Genius 24th of May. I'll try it with sound on. Sometimes when my sound gets disconnected from my computer when I plug it in after I start the broadcast and I restart the broadcast, it doesn't go. So what I want to talk about is yesterday, and I think it carried through to today, is that the Fed was very dovish in their remarks, and I think it's becoming clear that they know if they push too hard on this interest rate thing, they're gonna blow up the economy, and you're gonna start seeing them backstep here. I think pretty good, and Europe's in trouble, so big trouble. They've taken that thing to the wall with their games, what they play, and it's very structured and not a capitalist area of the world at all. Very much industrial planning, and they have incredible extremes in terms of the financial stability of some of the countries, and it just doesn't work. And now Italy's back into the forefront, and Turkey, their currency is collapsing, and it's going to cause issues for Germany because they compete with Germany in the manufacturing space, and then oil going up and their currency going down. It's a problem over there, and I think we've been seeing some of that bleed into the markets every morning here. We've been selling off early hard, and they've been lifting it back every late morning, afternoon, and especially this week going into a weekend. So people are bailing out over there, I think, and next week might be a pretty crazy week in terms of weakness in the stock market. That's my prediction going into next week. I think we're going to see some pretty wild action, and just kind of bear that in mind. That may take some puts going into next week because of that. But let me start off here. We have AG, and had a good pop and then drifted back a little bit, but it's still up, and it's I think the miners are going to be just fine, and so and I think after this report too, it's not going to sell off. I think now people are going to start looking for alternatives. There's too much of the world now where the currencies are weakening that it's giving a bid that's going to bid right through the strength of the dollar. And then here we have DRD doing just fine. We have Hecla that is still above VWAP, but when this thing goes, it's going to rocket. And then we have silver. And silver really nice. The only thing I don't like is it's pushing out to the Bollinger Bands on the moving VWAP here. So a lot of times they bang it back down from here. So we'll see what tomorrow brings. We're still holding our XME, and I got a little bit of a bid today from yesterday's weakness, and I'm definitely holding that one because I think it's gonna pop as well. I think we're gonna see all commodities move, and then we bought Twitter, and Twitter's grinding up. We're profitable on that trade as well, and then we bought PRTK2, and I bought it because they're starting to squeezing the shorts in biotech, and this thing hit the bottom of its Bollinger Bands, and it's pretty much where we bought it. And so I'm looking for an opportunity to see if I can just get a squeeze bounce off of this thing, and have it make a run for us. And then taking a look at GDX, which we also own. I own through Dust Puts. They had a nice day today as well. And so, and I expect this to continue to grind higher. And there was dust right there. So, starting to give way. And just one of the things to put it in your trading book is that when these triples or ultras get overbought, that risk reward's in your favor as soon as you start seeing some weakness in money flow. So take advantage of it. And today's Thursday. So look for opportunities to buy some cryptos. In fact, we got a bunch of buy signals overnight and this morning. From a macro standpoint, the cryptos are still consolidating, or some people say they're still bearish, but there's just tremendous 2, 3, 5, 10, 20% pops in these coins, and it's smart for you to take advantage of them, and knowing that you're not in a bull move to be able to just grab 3, 5, 10% in a week. And like I said before, you get 5% a week, you're 200% a year. You get 10% a week, you're 400% a year. Or no, actually, I take that back. You're 800% a year. At 5%, you're 400% a year if you could do a week in and week out. So the power of compounding. So as long as you don't get greedy, you move your stops and limits up, or you follow it, and just keep building your wealth. And then when this thing jailbreaks, when this thing goes, it's going to go like Kilauea volcano. Okay, and there's too many things happening behind the scenes that are going to make these coins more and more in demand. And once those things are in place, then you'll see a quantum leap in movement. So you want to always be in the coins, and you always want to have a position, but you don't have to be fully in and hodling and taking 30, 40, 50% losses. It's unnecessary. Take half off, put half back on, half off, half on, and just keep building your position, because one day you'll wake up and this thing will be flying, and then people will be chasing, and you'd rather be in a position instead of being the one chasing all the time. And speaking of which, we're still running the special, spring special. Take advantage of it. We actually push out buy and sell signals on 45 coins, and for Litecoin, Ethereum, and Bitcoin, we actually push out a coin on the hourly, the 4 hourly, and the daily. So we manage all three of those time frames, and then the other altcoins we manage it on a 4-hour time frame. So you get advantage of big moves, but at the same time these jump around so much. Hourly are a little bit harder to deal with. So just go to TradingGeniusAcademy.com, ask for the special. You'll get those signals notifications directly to you as part of the service. Starting next week, we're going to be separating that out as a separate service from the chat room and from Phil's best signals and things of that nature. Okay, and I'll be back tomorrow. We have a long weekend ahead. Talk about next week. I think it's going to be an interesting week, getting positioned for the big Fed meeting in June. But the theme for me is that I think we'll see weakness in the market, and I think we'll see continued strength in the commodities, especially precious metals, and that's where I'm spending my time. And I'm watching for the grains to start breaking out too. Thanks for listening. Have a great day. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.